Բայց մենք չենք միջամտելու։ Ադրբեջանով մեզ պատերազմի ներքաշի։ Հայացքը առաջացել է։ Հայրը այնտեղ միշտ են ապրել։ Հիմա կարա լինի։
Հայաստանին ունից բանակը զինաթափել։ Այն ինչ որ նա արեց Արցախում, նա փորձելու է Հայաստանում անել։ Հարյուրավոր վիրավորներից համատարած գնդակոծության արդյունքում
մեզ համախմբվածություն է պետք։ Մեզ պետք է այս համախմբվածությունը ուղղորդող խելացի մարդկանց մի խումբ
internal enemy, Nikol Pashinyan, rejected to support Armenian citizens who are now living there. So this is a shame of our nation that our government, with the face of Nikol Pashinyan, is not taking all the required measures to save Armenians wherever they should be. Unfortunately, in 2018, our population did a worst decision ever, and we have selected wrong government. The government who is not supporting Armenian nation, but supports the enemy's wishes and desires.
It's just like total ignorance to the people who live there. I mean, I'm against all his, all his political decisions, and I want to make some changes because I do not agree that Armenian people should ignore Armenian people who live just in Artsakh. It's just not about location, it's about people who live there also.
It's something that we've been fighting for 30 years, more than 30 years, and now it all went for nothing. We hope he leaves. I mean, it's better for a leader who lost the war to leave than to stay and continue.
Azerbaijan on Wednesday said it has stopped its military action in the breakaway Nagorno-Karabakh region after Armenian Separatist forces there agreed to a ceasefire. Under the agreement, Separatist forces will disband and disarm. There will also be talks on the future of the region and the ethnic Armenians who live there. The terms of the agreement signaled the area would return to Azerbaijan's control. Both members of the Soviet Union, Armenia and Azerbaijan have already fought 2 wars since its collapse. Here's a look at how we got here. Nagorno-Karabakh is at the center of the conflict. It's a mountainous region within Azerbaijan and is internationally recognized as part of it. But it's known as Artsakh by Armenians, and its 120,000 inhabitants are predominantly ethnic Armenians. They have their own government, which is close to Armenia, but not officially recognized by it or any other country. Armenians, who are Christians, claim a presence in the area dating back several centuries before Christ. Azerbaijan, whose inhabitants are mostly Turkic Muslims, also claim deep historical ties. Bloody conflict between the two peoples goes back more than a century. The region saw 2 wars after the Soviet Union crumbled. One that took place between 1988 and 1994, and a second that lasted 44 days in 2020. Over the course of the 2 wars, tens of thousands died. In the first war, over 1 million people were displaced. Most of those were Azeris, driven from their homes when Armenia ended up with control over Nagorno-Karabakh. In the second, Azerbaijan managed to take back a third of Nagorno-Karabakh. Russia brokered a ceasefire between the two, providing peacekeepers to guard the Lachin corridor, a crucial road that connects the territory to Armenia. Analysts say successive rounds of talks have brought the two sides closer to a permanent peace treaty, but a final settlement remains elusive. Tensions started ratcheting up again when a group of Azerbaijani civilians, identifying themselves as environmental activists, began blocking the Lachin corridor. An Azerbaijan checkpoint was set up, blocking the flow of goods to Armenia. It caused what the US called a rapidly deteriorating humanitarian situation. The International Committee of the Red Cross was able to make aid deliveries this week.
Նա նույնիսկ փորձ չի կատարելու ընդեղից մարդկանց տարանել։ Եվ սա պատակը
պարզապես թևեր են առնում այդ խոստովանություններից։ Մեզ համախմբվածություն է պետք։ Մեզ պետք է այս
Ethnic Armenians in Azerbaijan's breakaway region of Nagorno-Karabakh agreed to a Russian proposal for a ceasefire on Wednesday. It came 24 hours after Azerbaijan began an offensive to take control of the enclave that killed dozens and injured hundreds. Under the ceasefire agreement, effective from 1 p.m. on Wednesday, separatist forces were to disband and disarm. Separatists running the self-styled Republic of Artsakh said they'd been forced to agree to Azerbaijan's terms after Baku's army broke through their lines and seized a number of strategic locations while, they said, the world did nothing. An Azerbaijan Defense Ministry spokesman on Wednesday confirmed it had reached agreement on a ceasefire with ethnic Armenian forces. The outcome would appear to pave the way for Azerbaijan to integrate around 120,000 ethnic Armenians into its society. The ministry released this video claiming it shows Armenian forces escaping from trenches in Nagorno-Karabakh. Reuters was not able to independently verify the location or the date the video was recorded or the veracity of the Azerbaijani claims. Armenia, which says it has no military forces in Karabakh, despite Azerbaijani assertions, did not intervene militarily. Speaking on Wednesday, President Vladimir Putin said Russia expects to achieve a peaceful settlement of the situation in Karabakh. In video released earlier on Wednesday, Russian peacekeepers were seen helping to evacuate civilian ethnic Armenians to temporary accommodation. Azerbaijan began its operation against Nagorno-Karabakh on Tuesday after some of its troops were killed in what Baku said were attacks from the mountainous region, which Azerbaijan had blockaded for 9 months. Azerbaijan on Wednesday held a funeral for one of its soldiers killed in recent clashes. The death of Seymur Mahmudov may have been the trigger for the military operation. Talks on the future of the region and the ethnic Armenians who live there were due to start on Thursday.
Yesterday, I received worrying news from Nagorno-Karabakh in the South Caucasus, where the already critical humanitarian situation is now worsened by further armed clashes. I once again appeal to the parties involved and to the international community to silence their weapons and make every effort to find peaceful solutions for the sake of people and respect for human dignity.
Per trovare soluzioni pacifiche per il bene delle persone e il rispetto della dignità umana. Solista, ma sempre in comune, in comunione.
An agreement was reached on the suspension of local anti-terrorist measures. The units of the Armenian armed forces located in the Karabakh region of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the illegal Armenian armed groups lay down their weapons, leave their combat positions, and military posts are completely disarmed. Units of the Armenian armed forces leave the territories of Azerbaijan. Illegal Armenian armed groups are released. Weapons and heavy equipments are delivered in parallel. It was ensured that the listed processes were carried out in coordination with the Russian peacekeeping contingent.
Rusya sülhməramlı kontingenti ilə əlaqələndirilmiş şəkildə həyata keçirilməsi təmin edilir.
والنجم والشجر
Girme. Davet.
Vallahi billahi Allah bilir şehit olduğuna sevinirim. Başımı dik tutun. Ben öyle kul büyüttüm.
Наши миротворцы очень активно работают со всеми сторонами, вовлеченными в этот конфликт, делают все для того, чтобы защитить мирное население. В нашем основном пункте базирования уже свыше 2000 гражданских лиц, из них более 1000 детей находятся. Но мы в очень тесном контакте, повторяю, находимся со всеми сторонами конфликта и с властями в Ереване, в Степанакерте. И надеюсь, что мы сможем добиться деэскалации и перевода решения этой проблемы в мирное русло.
Thank you.